Good afternoon, everyone. Guy from Black Yachting here. We just thought, as we were preparing this boat for a listing, that we'd bring you a quick tour. She's a Jeanneau Cap Camarat 6.5cc, popular boat for this time of year. Very popular starter boat, or for potentially people looking at a rib. This is a very viable alternative, and we just thought we'd bring you a quick tour and show you some of the advantages that this offers over a rib of a similar size. So feel free to come on board. As you'll see as we walk down the pontoon, the first thing you're greeted with is this massive bow area here. We've currently got it set up so that you've got the table in situ as well, and this is obviously a lovely area. Once you get to where you are for the afternoon, you can drop the anchor, which on this one has got an electric windlass, so very easy to operate as well. And then, as I say, a very nice area for 6 to 8 people in the bow here to enjoy lunch and enjoy just being at anchor and trying to get away from the week-to-week, day-to-day life. So yeah, as I say, a very nice area. As we come back, you'll also see that there's a very nice and large cockpit area as well. Again, this boat is rated for up to 8 people. And you can see how you could quite comfortably have 8 people on board. You can get 6 people sat here on the foldable seats, which we'll show you in a minute, and then another 2 at helm and co-pilot seat when you're going along. What we'll do is we'll step on board in a second, but as we come further back, we've got the Yamaha 150 engine fitted on this one. That gives you top end performance of about 34-35 knots on a good day. You're more likely to be cruising at kind of 25-26 knots, and that's consuming about 35 litres an hour, 40 top end. So a very good amount of economy as well that you can get from this engine, and you can seriously cover some miles if you really want to. Again, perfect for the Solent, really. As I say, we'll step on board. As we do, the traditional way of coming on board, like on any boat, would be on the swim platform. On this one, actually, it's probably the wrong side to the pontoon. The best side is the other side, as you can see, because you can go through the ladder there and you're straight down into the cockpit. I'll do the slightly less flattering way of getting aboard, of just jumping aboard, but that's still pretty easy. As you can see, it's not a very high freeboard in terms of then going onto the pontoon. But as you can see, once we get into the cockpit, again, as I say, a really nice space. You've got a ski mast here on the back, so if you've got kiddies or a couple of teenagers that want to put a donut off the back or water ski, that is possible. And when you're doing so, if you want to do that, you can simply just fold away all of these benches. You can take the cushion off the back, they're all removable. Chuck them down below, and this area all of a sudden becomes very clear. So if you are doing water sports and things off the back, you know, there's less clutter, there's less things in the way. You can get to people easily if they want to come in, or if you need to, you know, someone falls off a donut, you can easily get them back in. Another nice thing with this area is if we then pull and you'll see how quickly and easy it is. You literally just fold them down. It's very adaptable as to how you want to use the seats. Bit of an order of doing it, but there we are. And then you can literally just flip these round. One's a bit stiffer there, but flip these round. You can bring the table from the bow into the cockpit area here, and again you've got another really useful space to use this space really usefully, and sit around the table. As I say, when you're going along, you probably have people sat back here rather than up front anyway if you're going at speed. But if you're, for example, here in Chichester, you've got about 45 minutes to get out into the Solent at 6 knots anyway, so that forward barrier is a lovely area to sit. And quite a lot of our customers will drop anchor about half an hour down the estuary here and spend the day at East Head, West Wittering Beach, which again this boat is fantastic for. What else have we got? So we've got the plotter fitted on this one. So you've got a nice 9-inch Garmin plotter, so that's actually upgraded from the standard 7. And then simply a little 12-volt socket here, so if you want to charge your phone, and then it's all very easy. You've got the throttle controls here, the Yamaha gauge here, so that displays all your engine instrumentation, and then it's a very simple boat. You know, literally your electrics, lights, and bilge pump. So very little to go wrong as well. The other nice thing, and again, as I say, one of the reasons why you'll find that a lot of customers will first come to us for a rib and then they look at these and think, okay, this is a really good alternative, is the down below space there. Whilst you necessarily wouldn't stay aboard overnight down there, it's really useful because you can have a porta potty down there. So again, if you're using the boat as a day boat, which traditionally you probably would be, you can get a porta potty down there. You can get loads of kit down there, and it's all away, not on deck in the boat. You've got tons of storage on this boat as well. So you've got deck lockers here down below. You've got one behind you there, and then all of the bow area here, this all opens up. So you've got a big locker space forward as well. So yeah, quick tour, but as you can see, a really, really good package for someone that's either new into boating or potentially looking at a rib and thinking, well, what else potentially could we look at? I think this would be a really good place to start. So give us a call. It's 01243 55 0042, and we look forward to showing the boat to you soon. Cheers, bye-bye.